Hey guys, how's it going? Back for another album review. I apologize for not uploading too much lately. I've been sick for about a week, as you could probably tell by my voice. So I apologize in advance for any coughing or having to blow my nose or anything like that. But I wanted to get on this while I can. I'm going to talk about Jack White's third solo album, Boarding House Reach. Um, this follows his previous two solo albums, Blunderbuss and Lazaretto, both of which I love. And I'm a huge Jack White fan. Everything he's done, the White Stripes, the Raconteurs, the Dead Weather, his stuff he did with Loretta Lynn, um, the solo stuff, just everything he does is gold to me. I love the man. So obviously I wanted to get on this as soon as possible and talk about this album. Now this album, it's I've listened to it a few times already, and it's really strange. I'm not positive I can give a fair review right away, but I'm going to tell you what I think right now, and I'm going to listen to it more, and if my feelings change about it, I will do another review. So, this album Jack White's been working on for a little while. He himself has called it bizarre, and before it was released, he said he needed to listen to it himself again by himself. Just really different. You can tell he's experimenting musically quite a bit on this album, which is not new to anyone who's into Jack White. If you're into the White Stripes, listen to Get Behind Me, Satan. I believe it's their fifth album. It's totally different. Elephant was a really big album with Seven Nation Army and all that. And then he went and did Get Behind Me, Satan, which was drastically different than the other stuff, which was jarring at first. But the more I listened to it, the more I appreciated it. And it's probably not my favorite White Stripes album, but I could say it's probably the best. And he put the most effort and talent into that album. So he does do this sometimes where he just wants to do something different. And this is definitely very different. Um, Gonna open up the album with a song called Connected by Love, which you might have heard already. It was released as a single a little while ago. There's a video for it on YouTube, an actual video. Uh, I thought the song was strange at first. It grew on me. I like it quite a bit now. It's kind of just a slow synthy. There's some synth in the song. There's a lot of synth on this album, which is odd for Jack White, but I went with it. I like his vocals in this album a lot. He shows a lot of emotion in it, and I think it's a really good song. I like the backing vocals. I really do like the song a lot. Okay, Why Walk a Dog is the second song. Weird lyrics having to do with walking a dog and things having to do with dogs, and I'm guessing it's all like a metaphor for something to do with humans, but I can't figure it out. I like it. It's kind of slow and melodic, and I like the organ solo, and it's really cool. Um, the part with the guitar solo, I'm assuming it's guitar, but there's so much effects on it. I can't tell if it's the guitar or the organ. It kind of sounds like both, but it's an interesting song. I guess he's been playing it live. He's just started playing live recently again, and it sounds really good live. So I like Why Walk a Dog. It's a good one. Corporation. At first, you kind of think it's an instrumental. For about the first half, maybe more than half of the song, it's just random music for most of it. There's some cool organ and just a funky bass line, some fuzz guitar. Fuzz guitar is something you hear a lot from Jack White. And at about 3 minutes in, maybe a little more, he starts talking. Like before this, there's just music, and all the only lyrics you hear are him saying "Who's with me" every once in a while. But then, a little over 3 minutes in, he starts talking about how he wants to start a corporation and asking who's with him, and it's really odd song, but I like it. The more I listen to a lot of these songs, the more I like them. They're jarring at first, like I said. It's just different. It's not what you expect to hear when listening to Jack White, but it's good. I like the song. Now we get into some really weird stuff. Number 4, Abulia and Acrasia, which I looked it up. Abulia is like absence of willpower having to do with a mental illness, and Acrasia is like a state of mind acting against your better judgment due to lack of willpower. So they kind of go against each other a little bit. And there's a guy named C.W. Stone King, who's an Australian blues singer, does spoken word for this song. There's no singing in this song. And it's really short. It's like a minute something. It's kind of leads in, I don't know. There's a few songs in here that I don't even really know are songs. They're really short and they kind of just separate the actual songs, I guess. And this is the first one in the album. And I don't know. I haven't really delved into the actually what he's saying in it, but it's interesting. I really have no opinion on this song right now. It's really weird. It's mostly spoken word. And okay, number 5, another weird word, hypermisophoniac, which I guess is someone who is hypersensitive to sound. It's has a weird warbling effect in the background, going like back and forth. And there's a line about ain't no running when robbing a bank. I don't know. It's kind of a random thing. It's not one of my favorites on here, but like I said, I'll keep listening and see how it goes. It's a strange one. You can hear that word a lot. Strange. Ice Station Zebra is number 6. Don't know what it's about. Really strange music again. Has some rap style vocals in it with piano and a weird sound effect. Sounds kind of like a theremin. It changes tempo maybe halfway through. There's some funky organ in it. It's pretty cool once you listen to it more, like a lot of these songs. And yeah, I think they just released a lyric video or something like that on YouTube, so check it out. It's it's decent. It's again not one of my favorites on the album, but it's definitely not bad. Okay, it's number 7, Over and Over and Over, which is definitely my favorite song on this album. Um, it's got a really cool guitar riff in it. I love it. And from what I read, this was a song he'd had since like 2005. Tried recording with the White Stripes, didn't work out the way he wanted. Tried recording it with the Raconteurs, didn't work out, and they finally got it to work, I guess. And it's really cool. It's a badass song. There's sped up and slowed down backing vocals, which actually make it sound kind of cool to me. Um, yeah, like I said, it used to be a White Stripes / Raconteurs song, and he brought it back for this album, and it's really cool. I like it a lot. This is definitely my favorite song on the album. Okay, number 8, Everything You've Ever Learned. It's another one of those weird interludes I was talking about, like a crazy or whatever it was called again. It's called Everything You've Ever Learned. It's a spoken word, and he's just saying like, "Hello, welcome to Everything You've Ever Learned," sponsored by or brought to you by. It's Jack White. I'm guessing doing the voiceover, and then there's him talking, asking questions like, "Do you wish for nothing? Then you will have nothing." And just asking these random questions. It's really strange. It's another really short interlude. I call it an interlude because I don't know if I can really call it an actual song, but it's interesting. I'll give it that. Number 9, Respect Commander. Crazy weird music in this with some synth again. Vocals not coming until like the halfway point of the song. That's another thing that happens a little bit on this album. It's very interesting. I kind of like it the more I listen to it, to tell you the truth. It's one of the more decent ones on the album, I have to say. And number 10, this is the last one of what I'm calling the interludes. Esmeralda Steals the Show. It's a spoken word. It's almost like he's reading a poem accompanied by acoustic guitar. And there's some real surrealistic imagery, and it's really weird. Like like I said, I don't know if I can give this album a really fair review at the moment. I'm still kind of reeling from it. Like, what is this? But we'll get to that. Okay, number 11 is Getting the Mine Shaft. This is definitely my least favorite song on the album. It's just a lot of synth and random effect-laden vocals. Um, I love Jack White's voice, and I like to at least hear his voice in the song. And you can't really hear. I mean, it's in there, but it's so many effects on it that I don't know. I'm not really into number 11 at all. Okay, number 12. What's done is done. It's a country song. There's a female named Esther Rose that's singing with him in this. I don't know who that is. Maybe some of you do. It's a country song, pretty obviously, but it's accompanied by synth in the background and a drum machine. I'm pretty sure it's really strange. I like the song a lot, but just the combination of the country and the kind of 80s synth drum machine kind of, it's really strange. But I do like the song a lot. And number 13, finally, the last song, Humoresque. It's a slow, like piano song with really softly spoken vocals. Kind of reminds me of a nursery rhyme in a way. But I do like it. Again, it's weird. And that's just really the theme of this album. It's really weird. I mean, Jack White said himself that it was bizarre. And he's just doing some crazy stuff on this album, which, tends to happen with brilliant musicians like Jack White. They get, they want to do something different. They get tired of doing the same old stuff. It's definitely interesting. I'm guessing this album will put off a lot of Jack White fans. I'm sure he'll get a lot of crap for it. But there's some good stuff on this album, and I think if you listen to it more, you'll be into it more. That's what happened to me. At first, I was like, what is this? And then I got more into it. So at the moment, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I can get into most of the songs, but some of them are a little too weird. Excuse me. And I'm going to keep listening to it, and if my opinion changes, I'll do another video. But that's my rating for now. He is going on tour. He is on tour now, I believe, and I do have tickets, and I'm going to see him. It's kind of a bucket list thing for me. I love him so much, and I'm really looking forward to it. So you should go see him live if you can. Yeah, and if you purchase a ticket online, you get a free physical copy of his album, so that's really cool. But yeah, that's Boarding House Reach, and I don't know what that means either. But there's no song called Boarding House Reach. Unlike his previous 2 solo albums, the title of the album is also the title of the song. But I'd like to hear more of what he went into the making of this album, what he was thinking when he made this album. And I'd like to hear what anyone else who's heard the album thinks. So let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.